Just a very quick video here. If you are a Danish viewer, you probably already saw this on my Facebook page. I'm just going to talk about the 140% hydrated sourdough because there's also a lot of viewers from other countries. And for now I will keep my YouTube in Danish because that's the audience I want to reach as much as possible in here. And also the live streams I'm doing will be primarily in Danish, but if there are people out there who wants to ask questions when we have these live streams, we will of course answer in English. So just going to talk you through the process of making the 140% hydration and what it takes. Okay, so first of all, this is, I think I would call it my signature bread. It's one of the bread I enjoy making the most, because I feel you can get some very exciting bread. You can get a lot of texture, you can get a lot of taste. It's very exciting. I'm baking this on 300 degrees Celsius, which is more than 500 degrees Fahrenheit. It takes a lot of steam. The dough is super filled with liquid. It's almost like working with water. So it's a very special technique how to make it and how to work with it. But I can just give you a few hints, and later on I will make a complete instruction video how I do this. Okay, so since this is a no bullshit channel, I'm just going to give you some of the golden hints. First, you can add a lot more hydration to your dough in a step called bassinage. You can look it up, I think it's French. It's when you add salt to your dough and then you add water. The salt will bind the water into the dough. You can do two things. You can use extremely cold water. It will help a lot to absorb the water. You add it slowly, let the dough incorporate the water. Sometimes it looks like it breaks up, but then it will actually start tighten up again around the hook. I use this salt. I think you can see it here. This is some very coarse sea salt. It has like really huge yeah, it's just really big. Because I believe when I add the salt, the larger it is, the more water I can add because it dissolves into the dough. Another step, thing I'm going to reveal, it's one thing that I do. I do this by 2 rounds. I've seen people, they put salt and then they add water to the salt and pour it in. In my opinion, it doesn't work as great. So what I do, I put salt. Adds like 50% of my remaining water, and then I wait 15 minutes. Then I add salt one more time, my last bit of salt, and then I add the last 50% of my remaining water. This way I can seriously pump some crazy hydration. I think I will leave you with that, and later on I will show you how I do it. And then I will show you how I cut it out and how I bake it. It's baked on 300 degrees Celsius, which is more than 500 Fahrenheit. We never calculated that, so I think it's around 525. And we just add a lot of steam, and we give it both explosive steam, and we make sure there's a lot of steam available. So we have very good environment for the dough to rise. If you bake without having enough steam, you have to imagine then the crust will just set immediately. If there's water, the dough can rise. So also sometimes I expand the whole process of rising the dough before I start baking. When you have these insanely hydrated doughs, you might have to bake them for a longer time. This specific bread I'm showing you here has been baked for around 20 minutes on a very high heat. Then I turn it down and then I bake it for another 40 minutes. That's a long time for a small bread like this. Yeah, because they're not bigger than this. Anyway, hope you enjoy this. If you like this and enjoy what you're seeing on Instagram and Facebook, even in here, you can like the video, you can comment, you can subscribe, and yeah. If this thing blows up, maybe I will start doing some English videos on another channel. We will see. For now, please enjoy. What you're seeing here is a 140% hydrated sourdough. Going to put it in my box here, then you can see it. I got wet hands and I'll just give it a few folds. And that's it. Just going to let it bulk for 1 hour, then I put it straight to the fridge. Så tager vi lige den sidste her. Ja. Der er ikke så meget at sige. Det er bare crazy. Tænker jeg bare, at vi giver os i kast med at sage ud her. Okay, I got another cool thing I want to show you. This is a video where I am cutting up 100% whole grain bread, and this turned out to be quite a challenge. I used a method that some of you may know. It's called the tension. I use it in a different method, but I heat up the whole grain around 50% of my whole grain, and then it becomes very gelatinous, and it can actually encapsulate some of the air and the steam, the gases in the bread. It also requires that the ferment is totally on point, otherwise this will just not work at all. You have to work faster than normal, but if you want to know more about this, you can send me a message on Instagram, and then I will gladly answer all your questions and try to help you out. I know there are a lot of people who want to try and incorporate more whole grain into the bread. That's a philosophy I also enjoy, because for me, first of all, the bread is about taste more than looks. Anyway, here's the video. Enjoy. There you have it, no BS approach to make some really awesome bread. If you need any more help with this, I will gladly help you out. Now you know where to find me. I know this video will most likely get removed. I'm going to post it in the sourdough groups around the world, and the admins will get really pissed off because they see this as advertisement. But that's just too bad for you then. Share the word. Please like the video if this is cool. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Comment below if there's anything you want to see. Just let me know. Thank you for watching.